of course, we had the World Championships in Hungary. Can you tell us what your? I'm sure you watched all the matches of your fellow teammates that were there. What are your thoughts on the World Championships and how the Canadians performed?
Oh well, first of all, we have a world champion. It's not every world championship. Jessica Klinkey won an amazing gold medal. What a performance! There was extra pressure in that category because it was also the Olympic selection at the same time, that tournament. So for her to answer with gold is unbelievable. And other very impressive performance by Shadi, who took fifth place. I'm sure at the moment, it happened like not so long ago. He might be disappointed not to be on the podium, but I think he will look back at this at just another step. He was seventh in 2019, fifth now. I think the next step will be a medal for him. I have no doubt. And not all of our best team was there. So some of us are preparing for Olympic Games that are happening. And I think I saw today is we're 40 days out of the opening ceremony, so very shortly. But no, it was very unique World Championship. If I'm correct, it's the first time there's World Championship and Olympics the same summer. So you could see some division. There was couple guys missing because they're most likely getting ready for Olympics. But overall, World Championship is always a good show. There's always high level judo, and there's not much. I'm just so happy. Not much else you can ask for than this top level judo for an entire week. So I was quite happy to watch judo every day this weekend.
For sure. And when, as far as your career, you won a silver at the Worlds in 2014. At that time, what did that mean for you in your career? Let's go back in time, if you don't mind. Give us kind of a summary of where you were at and what did it mean to get that silver.
For me, I won bronze at the Olympics in 2012. So I came in the next year at World Championship feeling like I had to prove something, to prove to everyone that I didn't just get lucky that one day of the Olympics. So I wanted to medal again. And I failed at those World Championship in Brazil in 2013. I didn't do so well. So to win silver in 2014 was a big relief for me. I wanted to prove to myself and to others that hey, I can be consistent at this level, and this is something I'm still very proud to this day. As I was able to show up when the most important events were there, and it was one of them where I felt that the most.
Right. And from there, I think in 2016, was it? And 2015 and 2019, you also medaled. Speak to us about 2019, because a lot has happened to you. And we'll get into that, I guess, as we proceed with the interview. But what did winning that particular medal mean, the bronze medal at the Worlds? What did that mean for you? I know there was a lot at stake just prior to that.
Oh yeah, it was probably one of the medal I'm the most proud of. I didn't do as well as I wished at the Olympic in 2016, and then after that, I kind of had 2 years where injury was the main topic of my judo career. So to bounce back from those 2 difficult years and to prove that I can still perform at the highest of level in judo was something I'm very proud. And I felt, during those 2 years, I had a lot of doubt myself. I could see that others were starting to doubt the possibility for me to make it back to high level judo. So I was just very proud to show myself, hey, if you put your mind into it and really work hard, you can still do it. And yeah.
Now, Antoine, I want to go back to that topic later on, because I think that there's a few things there I'd like to ask you about. But going back to the World Championships that just finished, I guess, today, speak to us about the under 81 kilo division, which you obviously competed. You watched all the matches. Tell us about the gold medal match and your thoughts on both competitors there, the Belgian competitor and the Georgian.
Yeah. Well, first of all, two of the most amazing athletes I've seen in a long time in the division. I feel like 81 kilos probably one of the hardest division to predict. So many guys seems to be able to beat each other. But for Cass and Grigalashvili, they were kind of the two most expected guys, or the two guys that most people were expecting to be in the final. For him to answer those expectations and to deliver and to show up and to give us that quality of a match in the final was very, very impressive. But that was my main, after watching a lot of those match from that day, my main observation was, wow, 81, how can you predict anything, with high percentage of getting a chance of getting it? So I just feel like it's one of the division where you do the tournament 10 times in a row, you probably get 10 different results. So I find it's a very interesting category.
Yeah, it's interesting, and it's also entertaining, I think, for spectators, because it's so unpredictable. And as you said,
Yeah.
it's such a deep pool of talent, such high-level competitors. It's stacked, it's unpredictable, and you're obviously part of that. Now, when you're watching this, break it down for us? Are you watching these matches alone? Are you taking notes? What's your ritual when you're actually, consuming this content as an athlete? Spectator? Are you jotting down notes? Well, what is it that you do?
I won't really write any notes. I do sometimes, but most of it I'm just I'm studying guys, obviously. Just curious how they seem to react, what they seem to have worked on, because events like this, they're so big and important. Everyone will bring their A game. So no, I like to observe and study, and I'll just watch the entire thing pretty much, and just have some notes, but nothing very complicated. I just part of it is out of curiosity, part of it is I feel like I have a job to do if I want to make sure that I can do well when I face them, and another part of it is I'm just curious. So no, I just watch, try to enjoy, and try to see what guys what their tendencies are.
So you don't record the clip and run it in slow motion from different angles. You don't do that sort of hardcore assessment?
No, not that much, no.
Fair enough. Now, as far as the Georgian, have you competed against him before?
No, never. I've only had to train with him maybe once or twice, but never in tournament.
How was that training session? What's your opinion of him, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Very, very strong, very dynamic judo player. Very, you always feel like he can throw you. Just dangerous from so many angles. So definitely someone who will be a puzzle to figure out for all the 81 kilos at the games and for upcoming years too. So.